Hello, I'm John Kugler, second-generation firefighter and 29-year veteran of the fire service. We have all donned wet turnout gear. It was unsafe and miserable. I've been wet from emergency calls and from training, and what I want to show you today is how to keep your firefighters safe, protected, and healthy. If you could protect your firefighters for about 18 cents a day, would that be an option you would be willing to consider as a leader in the fire service? How about providing your firefighters with a solution that will help protect them from the carcinogens and the other toxic substances we encounter in the fire service every day? Storage Logic dryers provide you just that solution. Fire service dryers provide your fire departments with reduced exposure to carcinogens. Proper washing and drying of PPE will reduce the amount of carcinogens you are exposed to on any given day in the fire service. Our dryers are quick drying. Ambient or warmed air drying is recommended by NFPA 1851. Drying damp gear takes about 1.5 hours. Additionally, our gears provide thermal stability. Dry turnout gear is thermally stable for firefighting. Lastly, we help you prevent the bacteria and mildew that builds up inside firefighting gear. We can help you reverse this damage to your gear and the smell by effectively eliminating the bacteria load. Our PPE gear dryers are NFPA 1851 compliant and approved for purchase under federal, state, and some local grants. Firefighters are 2.2 more times likely to contract cancer than the general population. Brain cancer, colon cancer, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. There are many cancers out there which we are exposed to on a daily basis in the fire service. If you could protect your firefighters from these carcinogens and toxic substances, wouldn't you want to have that in place at your fire station or in your department? I certainly would. When we wear our protective gear, such as the hood, the helmet, the SCBA facepiece, those items become dirty and they must be cleaned and properly laundered and dried. Cancer is absorbed in the firefighter through the neck, the jawline, and into the brain, and also through the hand, wrist, and glove. This is where our protective gear sits against our skin. An increase of 5 degrees Fahrenheit increases the skin absorption of these carcinogens by 400%. That's an incredible number. You do not want to go into a structural burn prior to you having clean, dry gear. By properly washing and drying your PPE turnout gear, you can significantly reduce your exposure to these cancers. Think of it this way through a cost perspective: medical insurance, family hardship, and picking up the pieces after the firefighter is gone. These are all issues that the leaders in the fire service tangle with every day. We here at Storage Logic want to provide you a key component in your solution to preventing the cancer in your firefighters. According to Fire Engineering, Firefighter 1 and 2 Manual, and the NFPA 1851 standard for the care of our gear, it is recommended that after proper laundering, that ambient or warmed air not to exceed 105 degrees Fahrenheit is used to properly dry your turnout gear. We here at Storage Logic can provide you with that solution. Our dryers are the most efficient and cost-effective to meet these standards. Our Storage Logic dryers dry your PPE gear from the inside out. This is the recommended process for drying the PPE over air drying, tumble drying, or placing it out into the sunlight where harmful UV rays will destroy your protective gear. Storage Logic PPE gear dryers return to service your firefighters within hours, not days. By using the warmed and ambient air to properly dry your gear, you will find that it is the most cost-effective and easiest method of drying. It takes approximately 1.5 to 2 hours to dry a full set of turnout gear. Once you've achieved this, you'll be able to return your firefighters into service faster, safer, and more protected. Wet gear is thermally unstable and can lead to long-term injuries through scalding and burns. Thermal protective performance, or TPP, and total heat loss, THL, are outlined in the NFPA 1971 standard as the two most important factors in firefighter protection. When we become wet through perspiration, weather, or even water, we lessen the thermal stability of our turnout gear to an unsafe level. When TPP and THL are lessened, The fibers in the liners and the shells hold the dirt, the soot, and the carcinogens and the sweat together. In turn, your PPE becomes less effective and dangerous to wear. Our gear dryers allow you to return from calls and training to quickly and efficiently dry the gear and return those fibers back to their natural state, increasing the thermal stability of your gear. So before you hang your gear on your ready rack, you must properly dry it and assure the protection of your firefighters. Have you ever smelled a firefighter's turnout gear and think, whew, boy, that really smells? That's caused by microbes which thrive in warm, dark, damp environments, causing fungi and bacteria to grow and proliferate. Human odor is caused by naturally occurring pheromones. This gives us that locker room smell. Compound that with an excess of microbes, and you now have that very smelly, pungent odor in your turnout gear. Our dryers limit this condition and smell by effectively eliminating nearly 100% of the microbes, bacteria, fungi, and pheromones within the firefighter's gear. So let's review. What our PPE gear dryers will provide to you and your fire department. We reduce your exposure to carcinogens. We are quick drying. Additionally, we give you thermal stability. Lastly, we help you prevent bacteria and mildew. All of our units are fully mobile. They operate on 110 volts of electricity and are designed to be space-saving within the fire station. Our units are 27 inches deep by 63 inches wide by 84 inches high. We specialize in drying all types of firefighter PPE, turnout gear, gloves, boots, helmets, hoods, and even SCBA face pieces. Additionally, we can dry your one-piece rescue suits such as dry suits, wet suits, and even hazmat suits. For more information about our complete line of dryers, contact me, John Kugler at Storage Logic.